We've got some breaking news to discuss on today's show, and it could end up with Malik Beasley being a New York Knick. We'll break that down in a second. But first, I want to invite all y'all to the comment section to share your thoughts. Should the Knicks sign Malik Beasley? If you think they should, go down in the comment section, type S for sign. If you don't think they should, give me a P for pass. This is New York Knicks Now by Chat Sports. I am your host, Marshall Green, and according to reports, the New York Knicks have done their homework on signing Malik Beasley, and that actually matters now because Beasley is no longer a target of the federal gambling investigation conducted by the Eastern District of New York. Malik Beasley was being investigated for placing bets on NBA games that he played in, and that is the reason that he is still a free agent. At this point, heading into the summer, he was a guy that a lot of people were going to get, thinking we're going to get a lot of money from a new team. But then this investigation got underway, and because of that, he didn't get a job. But it sounds like that's in the rearview mirror. It sounds like he could be signing with a new team. Maybe the Knicks. Ian Begley, who covers the Knicks for SNY, saying the Knicks are among teams that had done background work on Malik Beasley's situation. How likely, unlikely a suspension is for this season for the free agent. ESPN reports that Beasley is no longer a target of federal gambling investigations. The New York Knicks currently have a veteran minimum contract to offer to free agents. So, like Beckley points out, we don't know if a suspension is coming or not. And if we figure out that it's not, then yeah, I would love for the New York Knicks to go out and sign him. Get it done, Leon. Figure out a way to put Beasley to grab a pen and put pen to paper. Because he's still a pretty damn good basketball player. He is a great shooter from downtown, and the New York Knicks are a team that struggled shooting the ball from downtown in the regular season and in the postseason. He knocked down his threes at a 41.6% clip this year for Detroit. Like going into free agency, if the gambling stuff never came about, he was going to get a lot of money. There were teams that were willing to offer him 3 years and $40 million. And for good reason. When you can get up 9.3 three-pointers attempted per night and you knock them down at a near 42% clip and average 16-plus points per game, you were a reason the Detroit Pistons got back on track. That is going to up your value, and it did for Beasley. I also thought he was solid in the playoffs as well. I applaud him for dropping the pass in Game 6 that essentially clinched the series for the Knicks. The shooting percentages weren't where he thought they were, but he hit big shot after big shot after big shot. And in that Game 6 game, he was able to get the Pistons back in the ball game. You need a guy that not only can get shots off and make shots, but you need someone that's willing to take big shots. And that is Malik Beasley. And still, just at the age of 28 years old, he's in the prime of his career. And he would add a much-needed sharp shooting talent to this New York Knicks squad. When you go back to free agency before it started, you could check out on the channel. I did a video, Dream Free Agent Targets for the New York Knicks. And I put Malik Beasley on that thumbnail. He was the number one Dream Free Agent target for me. Kind of gives me some Dante DiVincenzo vibes where he says, F it, I'm just going to let this fly. I'm just going to get up threes, and I'm going to make them more often than not. So on the surface of things, yeah, I would love to have Malik Beasley, even though he owes millions and millions of dollars reportedly to barbers, to dentists, to landlords, marketing agencies, and lenders, totaling over $8 million in reported debts, even though he's made $60 million in his career. If you need someone to manage your money, let me know. I'll only take 25% of it. The Knicks can't really offer him that much money. They can only offer him around the veteran minimum, which is a couple of $1 million. And he's probably looking to make a little bit more than that, considering all of the debt and lawyer fees that he's probably picked up at this point. And there could be teams out there that are willing to offer him more than that. Begley's saying this: I would assume Beasley garners strong interest from teams with more to offer than a veteran minimum like the New York Knicks. Salary cap guru Keith Smith, MBA, notes that Detroit can offer Malik Beasley $7.2 million this year. Some other teams still have some of, if not all, of the taxpayer mid-level exception. Beasley had a 3-year, $42 million deal lined up with Detroit before reports of federal investigation emerged. Beasley hasn't been arrested or charged with anything to date. What a wild situation. But hey, look, Beasley, you want to bet on yourself for real this time? Come play with the Knicks and get your value up over here. I thought that was kind of funny. But seriously, like, there are some really good reasons, in my opinion, to join the Knicks. I get it. If you're just trying to chase a check, you're trying to get out of debt and clear all those things, yeah, maybe there's more opportunities elsewhere. But if you're trying to put yourself in a spot this time next year to sign that big contract, I think the Knicks are a great opportunity for you. One reason being, this is a playoff team. This team is going to win a lot of games. You're going to play on some big stages. Like, you go out, you contribute to the Knicks, you score a lot of points off the bench, you continue to be that sharpshooter that was going to get you paid before the accusations, and you do that in the playoffs, and you help this New York Knicks team get to the conference finals again, maybe get to the NBA finals. Heck, maybe you win the NBA finals. You're going to see much more than 3 years and $42 million like you were supposed to see this offseason. Also, they're going to be playing on national TV every other game. 34 of their 82 games this year are on national television, meaning everyone's watching, including other teams and other scouting departments. And you will have an opportunity to showcase your skills and your ability on the biggest stage in the NBA. So another chance for you to rehab your value after you bet on yourself. And there's a legit opportunity for playing time on this Knicks roster. I know they went out and they added Gershon Yabusele off the bench. I know they added Jordan Clarkson. But, like, the Knicks can still find ways to incorporate you in to this rotation. I think the starters are going to be the starters that you see on screen of Brunson, Bridges, Anunoby, Towns, and Robinson. McBride's going to be in the rotation. Jordan Clarkson, Josh Hart, and Yabusele are going to be in the rotation, 9 deep. But I think there's a world where Beasley could maybe take the minutes of Jordan Clarkson, who's on the veteran minimum. Beasley could still get 10 to 12 to 15 to 18 minutes per game. And shoot, if you're shooting 9 threes a night, you're knocking them down at 42%, there could be a lineup where you play a lot. I don't hate a lineup of Brunson, Beasley, Bridges, Anunoby, and Towns. If you want to go a true 5 out and try to be the best offensive team in the NBA, that could help you do that. So some positives from Beasley's end, to end up signing with the Knicks. Rehab your value, play on a winning team, win some games, get to the playoffs, and showcase your talent on the largest stage in the NBA, which is the New York Knicks with 34 national televised games. I do know this. If the Knicks do sign Malik Beasley, we are going to make a video. So subscribe and turn those notifications on. I know it's kind of the dead time of the NBA offseason. We're still getting you guys at least 5 videos a week. So subscribe and turn those notifications on. We'll talk some more free agency news and rumors coming up in a bit, but you got to take advantage of the deal. The deal of the day is this t-shirt. Nike, Knicks. It was $35. Now it's $28. You just got to go to this link and this link only. chatsports.com/NYK sale. All righty. We've talked a lot about Landry Shamet potentially being that last spot that the New York Knicks go out and sign to a contract. Ian Begley said a couple of days ago he thinks that that's where it is heading. And it makes some sense. The guy could shoot the piss out of the ball from downtown. He was a part of the team last year. The players on this roster like him. He knows his role. It would be a seamless fit. He's willing to defend. He has respect in the organization, the way he battled back from that shoulder injury. I'd be totally okay if it was Landry Shamet. And just to make it clear, I would choose Malik Beasley over all the players we're going to talk about, even though he may be a little bit of a knucklehead off the bench. Ben Simmons is another player that has been linked to this squad. I think if you're trying to hit a home run here while pulling the Aaron Judge of potentially striking out, Ben Simmons would be that guy. The biggest boom and the biggest potential bust factor as well. He just does things on the basketball court that not really anyone else on the Knicks can do. He can handle the ball like a point guard. He can facilitate like a point guard. He can get up and down and transition like a wing, and he is an elite defensive player at this point in his career. He can guard all 5 guys on the defensive end. He gives you another versatile lineup that you could play with. You could be more of a switching team on the defensive end. And There's a reason he went number 1 overall. I don't know if he's that guy. I'm pretty sure he's not anymore, but I still do think there's a productive player there that could help this team win some games. Another guy to keep an eye on is Malcolm Brogdon. This name continues to float around as a potential free agent target for the New York Knicks. If you want another guy that can handle the ball, has been a 6th Man of the Year candidate, averaged 12.7 points per game last year, Brogdon could still fill it up, and he could be the lead ball handler of a bench unit. It's just the injuries have kind of gotten in the way for him at this point. I still think he's a solid NBA player, just kind of a little bit of a risk. Overall, I'd be cool if any of these 4 guys signed, but yeah, I'm hoping it is Malik Beasley. I just don't know how likely it is. But hey, you want to come bet on yourself and reap the rewards of it, we'll welcome you down to the New York Knicks. My question to you before we bounce on out of here, who do you want the Knicks to sign? We've talked about pretty much every free agent under the sun. Give me a name in the comments section. And make sure you are following me on social media, because if the Knicks signed Beasley, they signed Shamet, they signed Ben Simmons, we're going to get you guys a video as soon as possible, and you'll hear about it first on my Twitter, @MarshallGreen_.